Constanza Alvarado, and I am in charge of this section called Life After School. Today we have a special guest, someone who studied in the same school, Richard Mansilla.
Hello, everyone.
Richard, thank you for joining us. Let's start with a little introduction. Could you tell us about yourself?
Well, I am Richard Mansilla, how you say. I am 21 years old, and I'm from here, Portland.
And what do you do now?
Um, I am studying in Santo Tomas University. I am in my fourth year of psychology.
Now, looking back at your school years, how was your experience as a student at Colegio Nuevo Horizonte?
It was good. It was a good experience, a special experience. I think my four the most important years of my life, that 4 years here, it was special. All the friends that I made and all the people I met before. I think that is my experience.
What do you remember the most?
What I remember the most? Well, how I say the friends on the moment that we live here. Sometimes just talking in here talking, playing, for example, some music. We had a friends who play here in guitar and playing activities also, for example. That yeah, I remember that the people I met here are special people for me.
Understand. Is there any special situation or event do you like to share?
Academic, or it can be another thing.
With friends?
With
Or
friends. With friends. Well, I remember my first show. You know.
I know.
The that talent show in my life. Oh, that horrible talent show.
Why?
In my first year here, I play with a band, the Carlitos band. Oh, great
Remember
band.
the Carlitos?
Greetings to Carlitos if you're listening this. And yeah, I remember that we sound horrible. The songs was good. Yeah, it was like
Good experience?
the experience was good. I enjoyed a lot. The set list, I remember that set list. It was weird. We played. What did we play? We played Pump It Up Kicks, the first. Then we played the Stroke song,
Oh
and
my
then we are playing a Victor Jara song, Bob SpongeBob song, SpongeBob song, and we find the final song was Elvis Presley. Come falling in love, but a weird set list.
Good taste.
But it was a weird set list with a weird sound, a horrible sound with just amps, and but I enjoy a lot. And it was useful for my experience, obviously. For the next presentation in a school, it was useful. I can remember that with friends, and also in an academic way. I remember my participation in a science exhibition. I made a robotics project. It was a car that you load the code on the Arduino board, and then the car repeat that code in the movement in a loop. always making the same move. With my group, won the first place. And the reason to do that, it was bring the robotics world to the students who don't know about the robotics, and I enjoy that experience too.
That's a very special event. Now, moving on to life after school. What challenges did you face when adapting to life outside school?
Uh, well, the routine
Mm.
is I think that the first I think the routine, the time you take are so different. And in school, the called the routine, but you start at the 8 a.m. and you finish at the 4 p.m. around. Yeah, 4 p.m. But in university is so different. You take different times and different classes, and Monday you can go to university for one class, and then the Tuesday you go for 4 or 5 classes. And that all the day in the university is that is a thing to think, to adapt. um, yeah, that I can say that.
Thanks. From your point of view, what skills or knowledge from the school have been the most useful?
Social skill are the most useful. Obviously, you need to talk. You need to talk with everyone, and if you are not so good talking with people, work on that, because it's so useful, and you need to talk and know how talk with people in a in a useful way. Yeah, I can say.
And if you go back in time, is there anything you wish you had done differently during your time at the school?
No, I don't. I don't think I don't think to change anything, because the things that I made before are the things that form the person who I am today. I think that it's important.
Before we finish, could you share a piece of advice for students who are about to graduate and face the world?
An advice: take all the time you need. Don't be afraid to take time. You have a long life. You have a long
I
life.
hope.
I hope. But and well, if we consider the life is long, and you can take all the time to think what you are gonna do with your future, what are gonna you what decision you're gonna take, for example, to study, what job I want to work, what projects I want to make, like a band, make a movie or make a book, for example. You have time, and take that time. Don't be afraid of take it.
Thanks. Richard, thank you for too much for your time and sharing your experience.
Thank you for the invitation.
We hope your story inspired our classmates to follow their own paths with confidence. And to all viewers, thank you for joining us. See you next time. Bye.
See ya.